Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the OC. It's going to be Western Conference basketball from the Honda Center in Anaheim as the Seattle Emeralds take on the Los Angeles Osos here on UBC Wednesday on the Coliseum Sports Network. I'm Raymond Sims, glad that you could join me this evening on the West Coast. Hope it's not too late for you guys on the other side of the country. Last two teams to have their season openers about to face off. What could be a preview of the Western Conference Championship. Here at starting lineup for both sides, as you saw them on your screen. For Seattle, at center will be Will Robinson. At power forward, Amos Ordonez. At small forward, James Love. At shooting guard, Garrison, Prado. And at point guard, Ken Crawford for Los Angeles. Man in the middle is Camden Winstead. At power forward, Peyton Stearns. Tatum Tarver. Small forward, Sidney Bradley, the shooting guard. And Kenyatta Vasquez is the point guard. He will get the ball first off the tip, and we are underway from Anaheim. Should be a good one tonight. Tarver starts things off. Long two, bounces all around the rim and in. And just like that, mere seconds into the game, the Osos are on the board. Prado working the ball on the right wing, dumps it down to Robinson. He'll face up. Hand it off to Ken Crawford. Trying to find his way into the paint. This is a team that likes to attack the basket from the inside out. Crawford, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Fade away, and it takes too much time. Shot clock violation on Ken Crawford. First turnover of the game for the Emeralds. Down pass to Sidney Bradley. And pay attention to the key matchup today between Garrison, Prado, and Sidney Bradley, both shooting guards for their respective teams. Both very talented players with a lot of dynamic abilities. So it should be a fight to see who will have the better game. Tarver for three again. He'll miss. Ball tipped around. Rebound by Ordonez. Here comes Seattle, going to look to improve on the turnover the last time down. Ordonez has it handed off, loses it, and here comes Los Angeles on the break. Bradley going ahead, puts up the floater, missed, pulled down by Prado. Hands it off to Robinson. Stop in the paint, hands it off to Crawford. He'll force it up and draw the foul. He'll go to the line and have to earn his two at the strike. So here's Ken Crawford. Went to school at Southern Illinois. He was born in Carbondale, decided to stay there. Was an all-Missouri Valley Conference player during his 4 years there. Makes the first free throw. Earlier this evening, we saw the Nashville Brigade blow out the Pittsburgh Hilltoppers on the road in their season opener, 101-82, behind Armin Henninger's 22 points and 12 rebounds. Hopefully we'll have a closer game in this tilt. Crawford makes both free throws. It's now tied at 2 with 10.5 remaining in the first. Vasquez. He's looking to drive, but he'll pull back to the perimeter. And now he's double teamed. Able to get it off to Tarver. He'll put up another shot from the elbow. That misses. Rebound by Will Robinson. Prado with the ball. He'll hand it off to James Love. Love trying to work his way inside. Hands it off for Ordonez. He'll put it up and in. First 2 points of the game for Amos Ordonez. It's now 4-2 in favor of Seattle. Now Vasquez trying to work around the screen. He'll drive inside and he'll get the and one opportunity. Kenyatta Vasquez coming to the line. He's a particularly interesting player. Hard to tell if Sidney Bradley or Vasquez are the better players on the team, or which one's better. He's not able to convert the and one. Here comes Seattle the other way. I'll talk more about Vasquez later. He's probably going to be going to the line at least a couple more times. Ball stolen by Los Angeles. Peyton Stearns able to take it away down in the post. Here's Vasquez. He's going to look to drive again. He's fouled. This time on a reach-in by James Love. 9:34 remaining in the first. Tight game so far here in Anaheim. Between two very talented teams on paper on the Western Conference. Camden Winstead inside the perimeter, looking for something to set up. Give it to Vasquez, takes it out to Tarver, puts it back, Vasquez. They'll drive inside, one on the shot clock, misses the shot from the free throw line. Here comes Seattle, Garrison Prado to set things up, and he'll hand it off to the actual point guard Crawford. Post touch to Robinson, face up against Stearns. Outside, along the perimeter, Crawford trying to come in. Spin move. Shimmy shot, can't get it. Rebound down low by Ordonez. He's able to go up and get the foul. Amos Ordonez, born in Spain, but played collegiately, actually, at Memphis. So he may be from another country, but he does have experience here on American soil. 7-year pro career through the ranks in his homeland of Spain. But when Seattle came calling, he was more than happy to return to the States. And he'll make one of two. So Ordonez now has 3 points. It's 5-4 in favor of the visiting Emeralds. Pass down low, off the backdoor, cutting in by Sidney Brantley. And Los Angeles will take the lead right back. First points of the game for Brantley. 8.5 remaining here in the first quarter. Glad you could join us here, our premiere of UBC Wednesday. We'll be having many more games on Wednesday as the season goes on, as Ordonez pushes his way in, and Seattle takes the lead right back. 5 for Ordonez. Now Vasquez once again double team, hands it off to Tarver. Back to Vasquez, driving the lane, kicks it back out. Tarver hesitates. Probably shouldn't have, but they're going to set up a play here. Finds Bradley, he'll put it up from mid-range and miss. Stearns will get the putback. 8-7. This has been a back and forth game early on. Love getting some of his first touches of the game, kicks it out to Prado, pumps fake it a couple times, gets past the defender, works it around the horn. Crawford misses off the back rim. Brantley, cross court, Tarver in the corner. There's a number of corner specialists on the Osos, and Tarver, the first player to take advantage of that. He has 5. And the Osos have 10. They're ahead here at home by only 3. Crawford to Ordonez on the elbow and back again. We'll see if they can get their way into the post in another manner. And he'll get it to Ordonez this time on the low block. Classic hook, can't get it. There's no Kareem on that shot. Winstead with the rebound. Bradley moves the ball off to Vasquez. Setting up the offense, he'll hand it off to Tarver. He's way out there, but he's faking it as if he's going to go for it. He might have to. 3 on the shot clock. Works his way closer inside from the top of the key. He'll miss. Prado trying to work his way inside. Kick out to Crawford. Waiting for the play to set up. Love, top of the key. He'll drive left side, pushes it up and in. James Love going to score his first 2 points of the game. It's 10-9 as we are halfway through the first quarter. Vasquez looking for something to set up. He might take it himself off the isolation. Tries to hand it off inside. Almost loses it. He'll get it back. 6 on the shot clock. Taking on Crawford. Tight D. Now he's double teamed. And an offensive 3-second violation. It took too long in there to figure out what he was going to do. That is a turnover for Los Angeles. And definitely one that head coach Jackson Lawrence is not happy with. Lawrence looking to implement a very fast tempo for his team. will have a timeout here, looking to implement one of the fastest, most up-tempo teams in the league. When you have the ball stopped like that, I'm sure Jackson Lawrence is going to have something to say about that here in the huddle. Be sure to join us on Saturday as the Chicago Inferno, who we saw lose a close one in the first game of the season to Newark, will be in Nashville to take on the Nashville Brigade, the very same brigade that blew out the Hilltoppers. They'll be opening up their season at Bridgestone Arena this year. The game will be at 1 o'clock Eastern on the Coliseum Sports Network, so join us then on Saturday. We're back out of the timeout. Seattle has the ball down by 1. Crawford to Donnell Peterson, making his first appearance into the game. He's just holding on to it in the corner here. Prado tries to get it back inside to Peterson, stripped away. Here comes Los Angeles, trying to get it on the run, but Seattle has the numbers and have to slow it down somewhat. But that probably won't stop LA from attacking the basket. 10 on the shot clock already. Hands it off, Bradley, straight away, 3, got it. 5 points for Sidney Bradley. Keeps Los Angeles ahead. They're ahead by 4 now, 13-3. Crawford hands it off. Vadim Sokolov over to Peterson. He misses the inside shot. And now Tarver on the other end. He'll miss the shot, but he'll draw the foul. And it's James Love being called for the foul. So here's Tatum Tarver at the line. From Long Beach, went to Long Beach State, threw down an athletic dunk during his days as a 49er over at the Walter Pyramid, not too far away from here. We'll see if he can put in any acrobatics in this game. And then if he doesn't, Los Angeles will be on Coliseum Sports Network a number of times. So hopefully we'll see him throw it down eventually. He's able to make one of the 2 free throws, and now here's Seattle. Peterson tries to force it up, and he's blocked. Then he's blocked again. Now, unfortunate for Donnell Peterson, here comes LA on the run. Carlos Cervantes hands that one off to Tarver, and Tarver's fouled again. Garrison Prado this time with the call. Tarver right back at the line. Guess it's a good time as any to point out the local connections, or at least the in-state connections, that Los Angeles tried to pull, namely their stars at the guard and swingman position. You got Vasquez, who went to USC, he's from Los Angeles. Sidney Bradley went to Cal, he's from Oakland. And then you got Tarver here at the line from Long Beach, went to Long Beach State. So some local names that you'll probably find on the front cover of your program, as the Osos hope to draw a crowd here to the Honda Center this particular season. And at least judging by this first game, they've done a good job of it. 3-pointer by Keenan McClain is good. 17-12 in favor of Los Angeles. Carlos Cervantes, very flashy passer, also from Spain like Ordonez, gets it into Tarver. That's a shot in the foul, this time on Hollis Gibbs. Let's take a look at again on replay. Really, Gibbs could have let that one go, but he tried to contest the shot. And he'll actually pay for it with a foul. So an and one opportunity. Los Angeles now in the bonus. Tatum Tarver leading the way as Los Angeles is now ahead by 8 with 3:50 remaining in the first. Cortez Hoffman works it off to McClain. To Hoffman, driving the lane. Now low to Peterson. He's had a rough time on offense. Vadim Sokolov can't get the shot inside. Now here comes Los Angeles. First rebound of the game for Tarver. He has 11 points. Cross court, Marcel Middleton misses the three. Pulled down by Peterson. Here's Hollis Gibbs. Over to Hoffman. Nearing the 3-minute mark here. Seattle down by 8 already in the first quarter. Gibbs with the ball, thinking of driving. He'll have to pull up. He is successful. First shot of the game is good for Hollis Gibbs. 6-point game. Los Angeles still in control early on. Tarver's taking control. He'll give it to Cervantes. He'll miss. Seattle trying to charge up the court. They're down only 6 now. Keenan McClain, about as pure shooter as you can find. He'll miss though. And Peterson is blocked again. It's the 3rd time. Byron Arnold, I think, was responsible for all 3. Tarver with the ball, down low. And the foul is drawn by Marcel Middleton. Go to the line. Sokolov called for the foul. Marcel Middleton at the line. Played collegiately at Kentucky. He's a Duval kid from Jacksonville, Florida. Spent his last 2 years in Argentina, and then his first 2 years out of college, he played in Puerto Rico. 21-14. He's able to make both free throws, and that puts it back at an 8-point game. Osos with 8 attempts already with 2 minutes to go. And they have only missed 1. Very important to hit your free throw, kids. Don't forget that. Here's Gibbs now for Seattle. 2 minutes remaining in the first. Hoffman with it. Shot clock running down. And forced to put it up. A miss by McClain. Or by Hoffman. Emmanuel Coleman gonna try to take his first shot here, guarded by Gibbs, hands it off to Middleton. Cervantes take it on his own, pass it out to Middleton. He'll get it back, he'll put it up, long 2, no good. Here's Hoffman, missed the last shot coming down. He'll pass it off to Gibbs, gets it back in the paint, so not a lot of communication, a little oversharing. Hoffman pays for it by missing. Coming down to 1 minute remaining. Los Angeles holding on to a firm 22-14 lead. Going to try to extend it here to double digits. Byron Arnold, the Canadian, able to put the Osos up by 10 here with under a minute to go in the first quarter. Hoffman setting up. Going to try to keep Seattle in this before the quarter is over. McClain putting up the 3 that usually helps, but he misses. And Peterson is able to get it and put it back in. Cervantes setting up. Second to last possession, I'm sure. Gets it to Coleman. He'll drive. Gets past his defender, but can't put it in. So now Seattle can set up for the final possession of the quarter. Hoffman getting the pick, works it over to McClain. Standing there left wing. Is he going to shoot it? No, he'll give it to Gibbs. He's actually going to retreat over to the corner. It's a long 2 if it's good, just before the buzzer. But Hollis Gibbs able to help Seattle close the gap to end the quarter. So it's been a hard-fought one, but Los Angeles hanging on at home here, trying to get the first win of the season, 24-18, to UBC Wednesday on the Coliseum Sports Network. Welcome back to Anaheim. Fans, if you want to get the latest information on all the UBC happenings, be sure to check out simscoliseum.com. There are recaps and features of all of your favorite UBC teams. That's simscoliseum.com. 24-18 as we enter the second quarter here from Anaheim. Cortez Hoffman leading the second unit for the Emeralds, bringing the ball up the court, gets it down low to Vadim Sokolov. Turnaround jumper from outside is no good. Byron Arnold pulling down the board. Here's Lewis Harvey, his first appearance in the game, hands it off to Byron Arnold. He's able to get the shot in the foul. Sokolov called for the foul. So first and one opportunity for Byron Arnold. Played at Duke for 4 years. Was born in Calgary, Alberta. Returned to Canada to play professionally for the last 2 years in the National Basketball League that they started up there recently. Now he's ready to play in the States. And he's able to convert on the and one. 27-18. And Dylan Santee coming into the game gets his first shot and makes it. Makes it a 7-point game for Los Angeles. Harvey trying to push it in, and a foul called on Santee. So on one end, he's able to get the shot, and then on the other end, it's a little too handsy with the Utah Ute, Lewis Harvey. Lorenzo Diaz going to inbound. He'll get it to Peyton Stearns, who's back in the game. Winstead sees an open lane. He'll take it and lay it in. There's a defensive lapse there for Seattle, and Winstead able to easily get his first 2 points of the game. Missed by Ordonez off the hook shot, pulled down by Stearns. Corner three rolls in and out for Diaz. Here comes Gerard Turner making his first appearance in the game. Hoffman double teamed, hands it off. Will Robinson facing up just inside the three-point line, gets it back to Hoffman. 10.5 with 3 on the shot clock. Gonna have to force it up here. He'll fling it down low to Robinson. Turns, shoots, and misses. Here's Harvey on the run, and he loses the ball. And that'll be out of bounds on Los Angeles. So Seattle get it back. They're down by 9. They have been down by as much as 10 in this game. They're going to look to keep out of the double digits as best as they can. Robinson with the ball. Driving inside. Is he going to try to put it up? Stearns has the upper hand on him. Almost had it stripped away. Now the shot clock is running out. Forces it up and misses. Winstead with the board. Will Robinson still waiting to get on the board. He's been mugged down there legally in the paint. See if he can get his points later. Winstead tries to get his, and he's fouled. So here's Winstead at the line. I was talking earlier about the California connections at the 1, 2, and 3 position, at least for the starters. Inversely, Cam Winstead is quite a ways from home. He's a St. Louis area native, grew up in Chesterfield, then went to school about several hours to the southwest at Missouri State, or as some of the more old school fans might remember, it's Southwest Missouri State. But he was there when it was called Missouri State, had a great career there. After talking about the career of Ken Crawford in the Missouri Valley. And now here he is in Los Angeles, able to convert both free throws. 31-20. This is now the largest lead for the Osos. And they're going to try to make it bigger, but James Love is going to close in. And it's now an 8-point game off the 3 by James Love. 23-31. Starters back in the game for Los Angeles. Here's Vasquez running the offense. Over to Harvey. They move inside, hands it off. Stearns, he'll lay it in and out. That one looked good, but the gimmies aren't always gimmies. So now Seattle can close in. Santee having trouble handling the ball, but he'll get it off to Ordonez. They were hedging a double team there. Gets it over Santee. Long three. Didn't have much lift in his shot, and he misses. Here comes Vasquez, handing it off to Harvey. Harvey gets it off to Winstead. He's going to go to work against Robinson, and he's unsuccessful. So Ordonez is able to pull down his third rebound. Love able to get on the run and lay it in. So James Love taking care of business here, trying to keep his team in it. Love now has 7. 6-point game now. Vasquez off to Harvey. Over to Diaz in the corner. Got it. First 3 points of the game for Lorenzo Diaz. With 8 minutes remaining, it is now a 9-point game once again for LA. Gerard Turner. He's a big-time scorer off the bench. We'll see if he'll be of any use here. He'll put up the 3, and it goes right in. Closes that gap to 6. Makes it 34-28. Vasquez with the ball from the point. He'll try to take it himself. Hesitation dribble. Trying to work inside. Bounce pass down low to Winstead. He'll face up. He's low on the tired side, but he's going to try to force it anyways. He got it. Cam Winstead going to work down on the block, able to get his 6 points of the game. Here's Santee up top now. Will he return the favor against Lewis Harvey? Spin move inside. Stop just in front of the free throw line. He's going to make a decision. Doesn't want that 3-second call Vasquez got earlier. He's able to put it up and convert. That's 4 points for Dylan Santee. We will have a timeout here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to hear the latest analysis about your favorite UBC teams, be sure to check out the UBC Weekly Podcast, which comes out Thursdays at simscoliseum.com and on the Coliseum Sports Network. 36-30, Los Angeles leading here. Seattle and LA, the last 2 teams that have yet to open their season. LA trying to start off the season on the good foot. Vasquez with the ball. 6:51, gets the pick. A little space, he'll get it off to Bradley. He'll fake, get around his defender, put up the 2. So Bradley comes back in the game, instantly starts scoring. He has 7. Crawford with the ball. Gets it over to Love, top of the key. Robinson driving the lane. Hands it off for Ordonez, who puts it up, and he'll get the and one opportunity. Famous Ordonez returning to the line. Last time he was up, he went 1 of 2. And he will not get the and one opportunity. He'll come away with just the 2 points. Here's Los Angeles. Vasquez in the corner, sinks it. He knew that was going in. He was halfway down the court by the time he sunk it. 41-32. Los Angeles trying to hang on to this comfortable but not insurmountable lead. As a matter of fact, we saw Chicago down by as much as 23 back on Monday, so you know that anything can happen in terms of making a comeback at this juncture. Blocked by Winstead on Robinson. Here comes Vasquez. One-man fast break. He misses on the runner. Ball collected by Tarver. Blocked again. We've seen some amazing post defense so far in this game. Love down low to Robinson, and he's able to convert the 2 finally. Those are his first 2 points of the game. Vasquez over to Bradley, just inside the 3-point line. That's 9 points for Bradley. Made his 1 3, but that's a 2 that he just hit. It's 4-6 from the field now. Love hanging on to it left wing, waiting for the offense to unfold. He'll find Robinson down low. Turns around, fadeaway jumper is no good. Here's Tarver, trying to work around a screen, cross-court Vasquez. Waiting for a cutter, he'll find Bradley from the free throw line, but that's going to count as 2 if it goes. It doesn't. And the rebound by Seattle. .4:20 remaining here in the second quarter. Crawford looking to drive. He'll get it down low. Robinson, hook shot is good. .43-36. Tarver looking to drive. And James Love called for another foul. He tries to escort him out of bounds. A little too handsy there. Love already in foul trouble, has 3. We have a couple of substitutions in the game, and Love is not one of them. So he's going to have to be very careful here. 4:05 remaining in the second, and he's already on his 3rd foul. But Leroy Green, coach for Seattle, having faith in his starting small forward. Vasquez is going to try to drive the lane again. Changing directions. Crawford with the tight D down low to Deshaun Palmer, getting his first 2 points of the game. Crawford getting it off to Prado. Prado working around the perimeter. He'll just pull up for 3, and it doesn't go. And Marcel Middleton will pull it down. Believe it or not, there was Garrison Prado's first shot attempt of the game. That's something you'd expect with under 4 minutes left in the first half. Shot is missed. Palmer gets the board. Vasquez finds Tarver off the cut and he puts it in. 47-36 with 3:04 remaining here in the second quarter. Coming up shortly, the Sprint halftime report, and give you the stats and some clips from the first half. That has been. And it's been a pretty good one. Los Angeles, though, the home team, matching their biggest lead of the game, 47-36. Seattle trying to stay in this. Love getting the ball, and he is fouled by Sidney Bradley, his first of the game. See if Love gets it back this time around. This time it's Vadim Sokolov. Gonna get off to Prado. Prado only has 1 shot attempt. Gonna go for another one here and cannot get his first points of the game. Here comes Sidney Bradley down low. Marcel Middleton, he'll miss. Now Prado back up the court. A lot of it is expected of Prado for Seattle this season. We'll have to see what is in the cards, or if he'll take control in this particular game, or if this is just a rough first start. Prado puts up a 3. There are his first points of the game on his 3rd shot attempt. 47-39. Vasquez trying to drive the lane, kicks it over to an open Deshaun Palmer. He is good from there, but he won't make it that time. With the ball, he's 3 for 3 from the field, hands it off to Crawford, misses, pulled down by Brad. And Middleton misses. Here comes Seattle trying to push it up the court. Gonna have to slow things down. Both of these teams are pretty up-tempo, as that will not be an and one opportunity. That one rolled in and out. Kenyatta Vasquez called for the foul. So Prado going to the line for the first time today. Both of these teams particularly up-tempo, but They also play fairly tough D, so it kind of slows things down a bit on both sides. You have teams like LA and Chicago who like to run up and down the floor, but at the same time they play very pressured defense. Sort of cancels it out, so you end up with a half-court game anyways. You're not going to see a whole lot of up and down movement up and down the court, as best as they try. First free throw is good for Prado. And he's able to get the second one as well. So he was proverbially shut out in the first quarter, but he's trying to find his legs here in the second quarter. He has 5. And Middleton gonna throw up the 3. He'll miss that. Stearns down low. Reverse layup is good. Just about a minute. Now a minute exactly left here in the half. Prado trying to force his way inside. Kicks it over to Crawford. But good closeout by Vasquez. Otherwise Crawford would have had the shot. They'll give it to Sokolov. That was almost stripped away. Crawford takes care of it on his own. 42 seconds remaining now in the second quarter. Vasquez gets the pick. A good hedge there by Seattle. Going to try to go the other way. Kicks over to Middleton in the corner to Palmer to force it up, even though he had a hand in his face. And it does not go down. Crawford with the ball up top. Hands it off McClain. McClain driving inside. He'll give it to Sokolov. Try to post up from mid-range. Misses that. Bradley pulling it down. 6-point game. Final seconds. We'll see what the Osos do on this final possession. It's Middleton for 3, and that one will drop. Seconds remaining. Prado going to put this one up, and just off target. Wide right. So it's been a good one here in Anaheim, but the Osos hanging on to a comfortable lead, 52-43. Here is the Sprint halftime report. Welcome back to Anaheim, 52-43. It's been mostly LA in that opening frame, in that opening half. They've led by as much as 11. They come into this quarter lead by 9. Seattle will get the ball first to start things off. Garrison Prado, who just got going in the second quarter, is going to take the first shot attempt and miss it. Here's Vasquez, LA native. Gets it to Winstead down low and is able to get the and one opportunity. So great court vision there for Vasquez as he's able to find the open man down low. And Cam Winstead will be rewarded. You'll see if he can add on and give Los Angeles their largest lead of the game at 12. Yes, he can. So now 55-43. And Seattle already starting off behind the 8 ball here in the second half. Prado going to put up another 3. That one will miss 2. Winstead pulling down the board. Prado need to be careful. He's either going to have to find his shot or end up shooting his team out of the game. Vasquez with the ball. He'll pull up. Free throw line shot. No good. And James Love able to pull it down. Love going to take it himself. The lay-in is good. James Love. 4 of 4 from the field today. He has 9 points. Going to need a few more if he wants to get Seattle back into this game. Bradley setting things up top. Tarver, that is a 2, I believe, and then the putback slam by Peyton Stearns. So while the Tarver shot was possibly a 2, there's no doubt about that one. Putback slam by Stearns makes it a 12-point game yet again. Prado to Ordonez, posting up. Turnaround shot blocked by Winstead. LA trying to get on the run here in the third. Trying to put this one out of reach. And shots like that down low by Peyton Stearns will help matters. He made his last 3 attempts, including 2 down low over the past 30 seconds. Then a key block by Stearns, collected by Love though, and he's able to get the shot and one. James Love, a perfect 5 for 5 from the field, and a perfect time to talk about his hair. The Flint, Michigan native, I am sure you are wondering why his hair is orange. He is an eccentric individual that I'm sure you will enjoy over the course of the season. He likes dyeing his hair all kinds of different colors. He started off the season with orange. I asked him why hasn't he gone green. He says that's definitely something he'll consider. But for now, it's orange, and he has been great today for Seattle. 61-48. Prado tries to kick it outside to Love, stolen by Bradley. He's on the fast break, and he'll take off with the Statue of Liberty slam. Oakland native going coast to coast. 63-48 in favor of Los Angeles. 15-point lead is their largest yet. They are trying to put this game out of reach from the visiting Emeralds. Prado on a drive. He'll kick it outside. Love thinking 3. He can shoot from there. He's going to have to, and that one goes in. James Love cannot be stopped. He has 15 points, 6 of 6 from the field, and Los Angeles is going to call a timeout. Seems the Osos have had an answer for everything except James Love, and that could come back to bite them if they are not able to stop his production. It's actually particularly interesting considering that the key matchup coming into this game was going to be between the shooting guards, Sidney Bradley, who just had the ball inbounded to him, and Garrison Prado. Tarver, long 2. He's done great on offense, has been able to stop Love down low, and Peyton Stearns able to put that one back. Stearns really showing up here in the early stages of the third quarter. Layup is no good. That's Robinson who missed that one. And on the other end, there's Tatum Tarver. He missed his last shot from outside. He comes in a little closer, and he'll hit the high percentage layup. Here's Crawford looking to set up the offense. And onto the ball, and now he is double teamed. They'll find an open Prado. Prado going to have to create his shot here. One on the shot clock, scoop layup, no good. Tarver on the other side. He'll draw the foul. So here's Tatum Tarver. Even though he's from Long Beach, he has an affinity for Michael Jordan. He says no disrespect to Kobe though, but he likes to wear Jordans, and to match his athletic ability, he likes to say he's jumping like Jordan. Matter of fact, that's his Twitter handle, jumping like Jordan 8. If you're into social media. He's able to hit both of his free throws. Makes it 69 to 51. That is now the biggest lead of the game for the Osos at 18. So just keeps getting pushed higher and higher as the pressure defense is put on, but the likes of Garrison, Prado trying to cut into that deficit. They want to get this win on the road. Points in the paint have been mostly even, but the Osos have started to take advantage here in the third quarter. And Vasquez loses the ball. Prado on the run. What's he gonna do? Windmill slam. As much as I've been talking about Tatum and his dunking ability, which we haven't seen quite yet, Garrison Prado can get up there himself, and it's always interesting to see what he's going to choose to do. And in that case, he goes for the windmill slam. Makes it 69-55. Byron Arnold back in the game. One of the few centers in this league that can shoot from essentially anywhere. He's pretty good from mid-range. He's pretty good from three. He's great for a center, that's for sure. But now he's stuck. He gets it down low to Palmer. They work it back outside. 1-2 missed by Vasquez. Love down low. Cortez Hoffman hands it off. Prado blocked. And Arnold will come up with it. There's Arnold showing off some range, but he'll miss it. First miss of the game for Byron Arnold. Prado hands it off to Hoffman. Back to Prado. Drive the lane, spin move. Works some post moves and is able to convert the deficit now to 12 for Seattle. It's 11 points tonight for Garrison Prado as he is slowly trying to work his way back into the game. After being shut out in the first quarter, Carlos Cervantes puts it up and in. He's going to put a damper in the comeback plans for Seattle. Cervantes is able to hold off the Emeralds, at least for now. And it's pretty interesting. Carlos Cervantes is more of a pass-first guy. There's a lot of flashy passes if you look at some of his highlights from his days over in Spain. But he's been chucking up the three here in the season opener for Los Angeles. I wonder if that was Jackson Lawrence's call or if Cervantes is just reading the situation and seeing if that's what it calls for. In future games, we'll find out if Cervantes will try to put up the three more. Right now, Seattle has the ball. They are down by 15. Cortez Hoffman in the game. Hands it off to Ordonez. Back to Crawford. Crawford trying to drive inside against Vasquez. Puts it up. Hits it under the rim, but he's able to collect it. And he saves face by getting the layup. So we're back even at points in the paint. Jeff, as we've seen, have been pretty key here. Considering how many great post blocks we've actually seen in this game. Cervantes chucks up another three, but he'll miss. Hollis Gibbs over to Ordonez. To Hoffman. Down low for Will Robinson. It's been hit or miss for him in terms of his post. His performance in the post, and he misses that time. 2 of 8 on 4 points. And then he's not there to contest the shot. And it's Emmanuel Coleman, I believe, who was able to get that shot. Yep, that was E. So here's Crawford, who's going to force the issue, and he's able to get the shot in. Seattle trying to stay in this game. They are down by 13. But as you see, Los Angeles shooting much better from the field, and that is translated into the score. Fadeaway missed. Palmer will get the reverse putback up and in. Crawford over to Gibbs. It over to Crawford. He had an open lane there for a moment, but was closed out by Winstead, and then Ordonez is fouled as he tries to put it back up. Marcus Ordonez back at the line, trying to keep his team in it. He'll hit the first free throw. It's now a 14-point game. Eight points for Ordonez. Let's see if he can get his ninth here. Yes, he will. It is a 76-63 game. Cervantes with the ball. And now he's double teamed. And off to Coleman, cross court, Bradley. That's a 2. If it's good, it's not. Here comes Prado now. He'll hand it off though, gets it back. Work his way inside, gets past Cervantes and gets it in. It was a mismatch and Prado able to exploit it. He now has 13. Cervantes left wing. Cross court pass, Bradley. Not going to put it up right away. Kicks it back out, Cervantes. He has a little space. He's going to try to drive. Works past the defender. No look past Stearns. Hesitates, puts it up. Don't know if that's going to count as an assist, but Stearns is going to get the 2. He has hit his last 5 shots, and he now has 12. 6-7 shooting. It's just been a great shooting night. Hovering around 50% from the field for Los Angeles, and if you're shooting well over 45% like that, you're probably going to be in good shape on most nights in this league. Look at some Gatorade substitutions. Vasquez going to come back in playing off ball. Cervantes going to stay in as the primary ball handler. Tatum Tarver, who is by far taking the most shot attempts, will come back into the game for LA. 13-point deficit for Seattle. James Love, who has yet to miss a field goal, inbounds it. Gibbs with the ball, spin move, open lane, and it closed out. So there's those short windows of opportunity that you got to take advantage of, but Gibbs not able to take over in time. So now here's Cervantes. Looking the ball up the court, kicks it back out. Vasquez, touch pass Tarver for 3. He got it. And the lead for Los Angeles back up to 16. Minute 45, just about. Now it's minute 45, remaining here in the third quarter. Prado with 13 points. Find Gibbs, gets it back. Gonna try to take over again. Behind the back, open opportunity. He's able to put it up and in just outside of the post. It's 15 on the game for Prado. He seems to have found his footing. 10 points here in the second half, doubling his total in the first. Missed shot. Robinson comes down with the rebound. It's been a rough night for him in terms of scoring, but he has not had as much trouble on the boards. Crawford with it on the left wing. 104. Trying to attack. Picking off Vasquez. Contact and misses. LA trying to advance it up quickly. Cervantes with the ball on the 3-point line. Finds Vasquez inside. Back out Tarver. He'll get another 3. LA does a good job of sharing the ball, but they can't convert. Under a minute remaining, almost 30 seconds in the quarter. Crawford trying to find his way in. Making a couple of post moves, and it doesn't work out. Tarver with the rebound. Tarver trying to fight his way in. He'll draw some contact and miss. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up. He'll miss that. Rebound Stearns. He'll miss. Tarver gets the board again. He'll miss. Tarver gets it again. 5th time the charm. That is James Love's 5th personal foul with 10 seconds in the third. And look at LA crashing the glass. Amazing. A 2-man show down low between Tatum Tarver and Peyton Stearns, and that is a textbook lesson in never giving up on the shot. unbelievable. And that makes it 84-67. And there's the first miss of the game for James Love. That'll do it for the quarter. LA hanging on to a firm lead. Seattle trying to claw back, but the Osos hanging on big, 84-67. Welcome back to Anaheim. Final quarter of play in the last season opener left. Started festivities on Monday at that near come-from-behind game between Chicago and New York, and we start off with an attempted steal. Cortez Hoffman, he's not able to pull it off. We've made our way through Monday and Tuesday, and just had one of our games go final earlier in Pittsburgh. Largest margin of victory so far in the nascent history of the UBC, and now LA trying to challenge that here at home in Seattle. Carver up top, he had a heck of a game, but look at it to Vasquez, getting it back, driving the lane, draws the foul. Just at the close of the third quarter, Tatum Tarver grabbed multiple offensive boards before finally drawing the and one and then converting it. That was the fifth foul on James Love back in the end of the third, and now he starts off the fourth by fouling out. 11:41. James Love, though, had a heck of a game. He was perfect from the field until the last shot of the third. So you love the production, you just hate the foul trouble. Tarver misses a free throw, rebound by Ordonez. Ordonez is seventh. And Prado working along the baseline, drives and draws the foul. One is on Cam Winstead. That will be the second foul. So James Love, a huge contributor for Seattle of at least staying in the game, especially when Prado was shut out in the first. But now it's going to be up to Garrison to take over, as was expected anyways. But when you lose a key scorer like James Love, especially so early in the fourth, it could definitely spell trouble. First free throw was good. I want to get this team profile out the way before the game is over. The Seattle Emeralds, as you see, their colors are emerald green, which is the lighter green you see, and then evergreen, which is the darker green that accents their road uniforms. They're called the Emeralds because Seattle's the Emerald City. That's why that's their main color. And they also use evergreen because that is the nickname for the state of Washington as Prado hits the second free throw, the Evergreen State. So Seattle filling the void that was left by the departure of the Seattle Supersonics, which is still very sore in a lot of the hearts of Seattle basketball fans. But as Cortez Huffman draws the and one, the Emeralds players and Emeralds management going to do what they can to bring some good pro hoops back to the Pacific Northwest. So here's Cortez Hoffman at the line. Cortez Hoffman, talented passer, 6'4", 195 from Bakersfield, California. There's a few family members here today. They made the huge drive from Bakersfield to Anaheim. A decent little distance, and then also when you consider traffic here in the LA area, it can get a little dicey, but Hoffman just glad for the support. Shot missed, and he pulls down the board. 85-71, and he's going to try to take it coast to coast. Hands it off to Ken Crawford. Beautiful two-man game. So now here's LA as Seattle's trying to force the comeback here. Some tight pressure as LA takes it up the court. A timeout call. LA will try to get their bearings here. Seattle trying to force a comeback in the early stages of the fourth after losing one of their key scorers in James Love, who only missed it once. His entire tenure on the floor. LA has had a very comfortable lead in this game. They've led by as much as 18. It'd be pretty embarrassing to lose that huge a lead at home. As we saw on Monday, Newark, the home team, was up by as much as 23, and Chicago was able to claw back to tie the game halfway through the fourth before Newark was able to pull away. Three-pointer by Tatum Tarver. That is going to help matters if you want to keep the Emeralds at bay. Tarver now has 29 points, 9 of 21 shooting. He's not been afraid to let it fly. Prado hanging on to the ball. Over to Hoffman. Back to Prado. Shot clock running down. We've seen the shot clock run down a number of times, but the straightaway three is good by Garrison. So Garrison Prado, 15 points here in the second half. He has come back comfortably, and he now has 20. 10-minute mark. We're approaching that here in the fourth quarter. Down low to Tarver. That's 31 for Tatum Tarver. 90-76. Garrison Prado coming up the floor. Crawford gets the pick. Still along the perimeter. Gets it off. Prado again. He can't get it, but Robinson able to sky up for the rebound. Another opportunity here for Seattle. And Ken Crawford fouled on the reach-in attempt. That is Vasquez's third. We've seen star point guards foul out. Lincoln Flores for Chicago went down in that Chicago-Newark game. Prado with the ball. He's now double teamed. Hands it off to Crawford. Crawford, bounce pass to Robinson. He'll miss down low, and the shooting woes for him in the post continue. Cervantes passes it. Tarver in the corner. Air ball. Wow, there was no one around him, and he missed it. It is unusual considering how great he's been in this game. But Seattle, we'll see if they can make a gain off of that miscue. Crawford up top, gets it over Prado. Right wing three, no good. And Tarver will get the rebound. So he'll have a chance for redemption now after the unorthodox air ball for a man who's actually pretty good from the corner. Cervantes from the point. They'll get it to Tarver again. Still cannot make the Cervantes to Tarver connection. Will Robinson pulls down his 9th board. He's taken just as many shots. And Ordonez puts it up and in. Seattle within 12. 11 points for Amos Ordonez. Fellow Spaniard, Cervantes bringing it up the floor. He'll get it to Cam Winstead. Winstead back up top to Cervantes. Gets it over Tarver. He'll put up the three. He'll miss. And LA losing control. They have been up by as much as 18. They came into the fourth with a comfortable lead. And now we are nearly halfway through, and Seattle trying to fight back, but they can't, or they're going to miss key shots like that. Cervantes with the rebound. Down to Tarver, and another miss. He has gone cold here in the fourth quarter. He has over 30 points, but just can't find his shot here in the late going. And then Crawford throws up a crazy shot. And on the putback, Prado has the foul drawn, or draws the foul. And that's Tarver's first, believe it or not. Garrison Prado now at the line. Rough first half, but he's really turned things around here in the second, and he's trying to lead a comeback. He can close it down to 11 on this shot, and he does. Garrison Prado is actually more of a small forward coming into the season. Keenan McClain was slated to be the starting shooting guard, but then Leroy Green decided to move Prado down to the 2, bring up James Love as the starting small forward, and Keenan McClain comes off the bench. Haven't heard any rumblings out of the locker room that anybody's had a problem with that. And considering that Prado has brought Seattle back within 10, I'm sure there won't be much grumbling about that now that he has pretty much taken the reins here in the second half for Seattle. Bradley fakes the shot. Can't get an opening. Gets it to Tarver. That's a long 2. That's a miss. And pulled down by Keenan McLean, the aforementioned McLean. Across the timeline. He is amazing from 3, but hasn't had as many opportunities as I'm sure he would like. He's going to drive the lane instead and draw the foul. So blocking foul called, and that's Tarver's second. So they're coming right at him. They're trying to get him to pick up some fouls. And so far, it has worked. Keenan McLean from Baltimore, Maryland, but played collegiately at St. Louis, former Billiken. And can't hit the free throw. 7:02 remaining here in the fourth. Seattle trying to work their way back. They've been down at times by as much as 18, but they have never given up the fight. And they are now back within single digits, down by only 9. Los Angeles has gone cold, namely Tatum Tarver, who has over 30 points. And now LA is going to see if they can at least keep Los Angeles at bay before Seattle can get this game any tighter. Sidney Bradley in the corner now. Going to try to drive the lane, puts up the floater, and he misses terribly. Will Robinson now has double-digit rebounds. Crawford with the ball on the right wing. LA double teaming. Ordonez is going to try to take it on his own against Winstead. Put up the shot and missed. Cervantes almost had it tipped out of his hand. Tarver comes up with it. Can Tarver overcome his shooting woes? Works it in the post, and that's a miss too. Crawford comes down with the rebound. It's a 9-point game. Prado on the run, trying to drive the lane. Stops baseline. Back up top, Crawford. Seattle trying to slow this down and get back into it. So two teams not afraid to fast break, now playing a half-court chess match with a lot of shots not going in that you expect to. And Tarver driving the lane. He misses the layup. He has gone completely cold at the most inopportune time for these Los Angeles Osos as they are looking to close out their home opener. Yet another opportunity for Prado and Seattle. Prado with the ball. He's going to try to drive here. He got Tarver up in the air and then couldn't convert, but Robinson comes down with the rebound. Kicks it out to Crawford. Now in the short corner. Down low to Ordonez. Going to try to post up. Stearns got a piece of it, but it will go out of bounds, and the Emeralds will keep it. Carlos Cervantes comes out of the game. It is time for Kenyatta Vasquez, star point guard, to come in and see if he can take control, because Tarver has been struggling as of late, and they need another score. Ordonez hanging on to it. 3 on the shot clock. McLean driving, and he gets it right in. 7-point game. Seattle showing pressure. 39% shooting here in the second half for LA, and I'm sure that percentage has mostly dropped here in the fourth quarter. Bradley with it. He hasn't done much. Back up top to Vasquez. Shot clock is down. Back to Bradley. He'll put up the 3. That one goes. And a sigh of relief from the Osos fans here in Anaheim as it is once again a 10-point game. Tarver has gotten cold. Somebody needs to heat up for the Osos. Prado back up top. Crawford driving the lane. Down low. Robinson open. And he's able to get that one off the glass. Back to 8. Winstead finally finds Bradley before the 5-second call. They get past McLean now. And they'll find Vasquez. Fakes it. Trying to drive. Stopped at the free throw line. Down low. Stearns faking. Forces. And it goes through. Back to a 10-point game. Peyton Stearns has been phenomenal all game. He's only missed 2 shots. And he has been taking care of business down there in the paint, despite the fact that he's actually pretty good from outside, too. Ordonez, spin move, tries to hand it off to Prado. That's a miss. Tipped all around and into the hands of Cam Winstead. And now here comes Los Angeles on the run. To Tarver, trying to work the baseline. Almost stepped out of bounds, but he'll get it to Winstead on the right elbow. 3 minutes. Tarver in the corner. Vasquez is open momentarily, but Tarver's going to put up the corner three. It's contested, and it's an air ball. So Tarver has had trouble here in the fourth quarter. Somebody else might need to score. Prado tries to put it up for Seattle. It won't go. For all the struggles of Tatum Tarver, Seattle has not been able to truly capitalize on it. And now Tarver going to put up another three. That one goes in. 31 shot attempts. So despite going cold and now shooting just about 33%, Tatum Tarver still not afraid to just shoot his way through the slump. Will that be the dagger? We'll find out. 2:26 remaining here in the fourth quarter. A 13-point game. Seattle has struggled from the field despite having numerous opportunities since the Osos have gone cold in the final frame as well. It's been a great crowd here in Anaheim. I'm sure owner Morgan Dunleavy is hoping that after a game like this that has been intense but decidedly in favor of the Osos, will encourage them to come back. And there's a three right there from Keenan McLean. We've been waiting for that for a while. He's able to put it down. So here's the pressure from LA. Full court pressure. Sidney Brantley trying to get past Prado. He's able to get it into the front court. There's another timeout. 2:10 remaining. Jackson Lawrence going to draw up a plan here to keep Seattle away. The Emeralds have not given up in this game. You gotta love the effort from this team, despite the odds. That is indicative of Seattle's game plan throughout the season. And I'm sure these two teams will be playoff bound, particularly Seattle, despite having a rough start to the season against a tough team like LA. 98-88, Vasquez with the ball. He's done more facilitating than scoring, and Stearns puts up the mid-range shot and misses. 22 points for Prado. He could have had plenty more, but he's not been able to convert on a number of shots. He's taken 19 and missed 12. Down low to Robinson. Robinson has had his own troubles in the post. Ordonez too, but he's able to get the shot in, and it's once again an 8-point game. So Ordonez now has 13 off 5 for 10 shooting. Vasquez with the ball. He gets past his defender. He's going to slow down, oddly enough. Crawford gets in front of him, but Vasquez able to cross the timeline. 1.5 remaining in the fourth. Gets it over to Bradley. Fakes the shot. Going to try to drive. Gets it to Winstead. Long two. Got it. 100-90 with 1:21 remaining in the game. So while Seattle has tried to put forth a valiant comeback, and while they are still threatening with their pressure defense and key shots, it may just be a simple matter of too little too late if they slack off too much on the time management. One thing in Seattle's favor, they are in the bonus. They can absolutely drive the lane, see if they can draw a number of fouls, particularly on some key players. We'll see what they do. That's not going to help. Miscommunication on the pass intended for Ken Crawford, and it has been a rough day for Keenan McLean. He's a three-point specialist, but he has not been able to exhibit it, and he does have a number of turnovers over the course of the game, but none more glaring than what just happened there. So here's LA up by 10 with a little over a minute remaining, and that might just do it here, but they can hit at least one more shot. Vasquez left wing will drive, kicks it out. Tarver from the corner. He struggled from there all game, and that one at least is on target. He's airballed a couple from that area. Robinson pulls down the board. Crawford down low, and Prado able to convert. Still an 8-point game with under a minute remaining. Going to take a lot of fouls and a lot of missed shots. Seattle wants to get back into this, but they're laying off here, so let's see what the game plan is here for the M's. It's improbable, but not necessarily impossible. Tarver for three. He'll miss off the back rim, and Robinson will pull it down. Now it's looking a bit more like impossible. So Prado chucks up the three, and that is no good. And And that'll probably do it here with only 2 more possessions remaining in this game. So LA named for the bear on the state flag, wearing the colors that are exhibited on the state flag, trying to represent California, trying to bring basketball to the fans of Orange County after teams like the Amigos and Arsenal have fallen by the wayside. And it looks like they are going to be able to get their season opening win as Peyton Stearns puts in the layup off the backboard for the Dagger. 3.8 with a 10-point margin. LA on paper looking to be a favorite for the Western Conference title. Seattle actually looks pretty good as well, but they're going to have some things they need to work on. Meanwhile, in the East, you have a whole number of teams. Quite honestly, it's all up in the air over East. Nashville, Tampa, Chicago. It's just going to be a great season here in the inaugural year of the UBC. I know that much to be true. Dylan Santee in the game. He'll put up the 3 and miss, and that is the ball game. So the Emeralds tried to make a comeback in the fourth, but the Los Angeles Osos hang on. They were up by as much as 18, and they come out with a 10-point win. So I'm glad that you joined me today. Be sure to join me Saturday as the Chicago Inferno will take on the Nashville Brigade. But until next time, I'm Raymond Sims. Here is your Jordan Brand player of the game. Good night, everyone.